I have 14,000 hours in Counter-Strike 2. I op at a professional level, and today I am going to share every single thing that I know about opping on CT side Nuke. We're going to go in depth. We're going to have a lot of good information to share today, and if you haven't learned something new by the end of this video, then you must be a tier 1 pro already. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Over 90% of my viewers are not subscribed, and it would help me out so much. So everything that you need to know about opping on Nuke is, the first thing is that this map is extremely op heavy. This map is your paradise as an opper. You should love it, and it gives you so many different opportunities to flow around the map, float here, float there, and you should be extremely active, right? As far as your default position on this map, a lot of low level players think that the opper's default spot is garage. Guys, this is completely wrong. Your default spot is to not be in garage. This is a place that you can play, but if you are playing in quotes default, you should kind of be outside heaven here, maybe looking in here to enter early round and then floating around back here so that you can rotate to ramp, rotate to outside, or drop into A if needed, right? The reason why this spot is the best is because it gives you all those options to float around. So for me, if I'm starting the round off default, what it will pretty much look like is I'll run up this ladder here and post on door run out, or maybe I'll scope into hut here. If I want to help my teammates out, I'll either molly door, throw a molly like that, or I'll molly hut as I come up the ladder. So these are some utils that I use. Sometimes if I'm concerned about a vent rush, I'll come here and aim at the hook and throw a nade. If teams are throwing the instant lurk smoke to get down vents, that nade will hit them and also blow up in the smoke. But overall, you're kind of just playing Overwatch here. You're kind of just feeling it out. If there's no A rush, you can come down outside here and then float around and kind of post on these back red angles, maybe flash for your teammate over big garage, or come in ramp and op J hall, or bump your teammate off ramp to either rotate down lower, push into trophy, or take your spot and become the heaven rotator, and now you're the ramp player. And before I show you guys how you should be playing ramp with the op, let me go ahead and give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
Alright guys, so now that we watched that message, let's go ahead and talk about ramp opping. This is going to be a very valuable place for you to op. Why? Because it is so easy to find impact with these narrow hallways that they have to run out, right? When they're running out through trophy room here into ramp, it is your favorite fights. If you're rotating into ramp, one of the best things you can do is if your teammate is spotting, before he leaves, just have him keep spotting and you get into this angle. Make sure to communicate with him to ask him if somebody can be over here, because if that is the case, play it a little bit safer because they could peek you from that angle. So usually I'll play kind of like this, or maybe I'll even check it and see what's up. Just be aware that that is a possibility. My favorite angle though is this angle. Why? Because I can take a shot and then rotate down through here. You just gotta be careful with this box. It can make it kind of awkward sometimes. So just take a shot and rotate however you want to get out. But it is an extremely strong off angle. And if people are coming through here trying to clear out ramp, they're not expecting an opper to be on top of that. Their crosshair is not really up there, right? They might have to hit a sick flick to actually kill you, but it just makes it so much easier for you to get that frag when you're playing an angle like this out here. It's so good, guys. So you should definitely try that out. If you're rotating in though, very valuable places I see players playing is playing right here like this, behind this box. I see so many tier 1 oppers playing here. This is like, if you're in a 5v3 situation and you're just trying to get one frag and combat up, this spot is so good because you kill the first guy running out, and then you can either try to slip down and drop down, or just sit here and ego peek. This box, surprisingly, is one of the best places to op because of how the situations work, because you don't get blinded by any flashes. When you play here, pretty much no flashes blind you, unless for some reason, and people rarely throw this, for some reason someone throws like a bounce flash like that. But I mean, if that happens, it has to bounce. You know it's coming. You just puck real quick and then peek out like that. It's so easy. That box is great. When I start ramp early round, my pathing kind of looks like this. I'll fake molly ramp. And why I say fake molly? Because my teammates have been mollying all the other rounds. So I'm using that molly as a fake, like I'm still the rifler, right? Anytime you start ramp, you want to kind of throw fake utils. So sometimes I'll throw a smoke into that corner too and come up here and post like this. So they think ramp is smoked off, but I have this cool gap up there. But replicate some of this util that your ramp player had been throwing so that the other team believes that you're, you know, a rifler is still at ramp. When I'm not feeling the most confident, sometimes I'll play all the way back here. Why is that spot good? Because sometimes players will boost an opper up here on ramp, which we'll talk about on the T side of this video. So make sure to subscribe when we cover the T side of Nuke. It's so good to combat that, and it's just such a much safer angle for these deeper fights, because in order to kill you, they have to come all the way out here, and nobody is taking the risk to like pre-fire that, right? They might pre-fire you on these angles, which these are still good angles to hold, but they might be pre-firing that, but nobody is ever pre-firing all the way back here. Nobody, right? It's one of the best places to play. I've seen some oppers even like get risky, get pretty frisky, and play up here and then fall once they take a shot. I personally haven't done that, but I might have to try that. I might have to try playing on one of these angles and, you know, seeing if that's viable. But that's pretty much ramp, guys. If you're playing it passively, always up on this angle. This is good. And once you take a shot, don't re-peek. Too many oppers re-peek and just get destroyed there. Just hold these angles. Take a shot and then fall, right? Take a shot and then fall. And your best friend, as far as angles go, is playing out here and using these choke points to your advantage. You can hold this angle. I love coming out here. This is my favorite. I love coming right here and holding this angle, or if I have a teammate that's locked down outside, I like holding this angle because it's so hard for them to kill you. It's literally unstoppable if you can get yourself into that position. But yeah, that's pretty much ramp opping. Let's go ahead and cover the outside part of the map now. So guys, this video is going to be extremely long because there is just so many plays and things that you can do on this map. I can't even get all of it in one video. When you're opping passively outside, these AC units up here is good because it creates a barrier for you to dance around and fall back if you have to, right? You can slip behind. I love opping this in hell here, lockers, whatever you want to call it. One of my favorite little gimmicks, this is a little trick you guys can use, is if you're just playing for info, you just want to know where the other players are, maybe you're on 1 HP. If you post on this angle, you will never, ever die. That is the safest angle you could ever play. So if you're trying to kill an opper that's kind of walking out here searching for kills, like doing this, he literally cannot see you, and if he somehow manages to try to take a shot on you, he is not going to hit that. Like, nobody while they're searching outside is going to be able to hit this shot. I've never died on this angle, and if any of you die on it, feel free to join my Discord and show a video of you dying on the angle, because I think it's impossible. You have to be pretty bad to ever get punished on that angle. One thing you can do to help your teammates is post on this angle passively in a late round situation, again just for info. You spot red cross, you spot mini cross, and it's so good. I like to hold that angle. I also like to hold this angle when I don't care as much about being exposed. It's very valuable to be up here, and that's kind of passive. One thing I'll do is if I'm playing a team that's throwing heavy wrap smokes, they're smoking lockers, they're smoking mini, and they're flashing and wrapping out here, I'll literally play back here every once in a while. I'll play right here and kill people as they're scaling into heaven, as they're doing these things. It's so good. Like, literally playing back there is extremely valuable at a high level. Low level, it's not good at all. If you're gonna start outside, the most standard start is to come out here and hold the cross like this. One thing really good uppers will do too is they'll play a little wider, and they'll kind of put their crosshair in the middle here and wait for a jump spotter and try to kill a guy jump spotting, or a guy peeking the right side / left side if that happens. But you'll see some uppers come out here, and if at high level games you'll see them double scope for a jump peek. Don't do this in your low level games. The reason they're doing it is because they have a read on players, and when they know the outside default are jump spots and doesn't just swing, they do that. If you do that and you're playing just like a matchmaking game or something, they're just gonna swing you out here and kill you while you're double scope. So don't do that. Some of my favorite things to do as an op out here, I like to smoke off this glaive, this red smoke, flash above me, and then get into red for this pick. And I usually have a teammate flash in front of me, and as he flashes, I come out here and, you know, search for that kill, and then kind of duel out here, maybe flash for myself and get out. Another thing I like to do is I throw that glaive smoke, right? That same smoke that lands right there, and I come out here for an aggressive right side pick. We call this the G2 setup on my team, and I'll go for that aggressive pick. It's so valuable, it's so good, and the beauty of it is you have the smoke here and have a rifler sitting back here holding your marshmallow, or even front mini right here holding your marshmallow. You get that kill, and then you always get away. I've never been punished running away on this pick as long as my rifler is sitting here ready to fight anyone marshmallow. So that's such a valuable one. And the last aggressive outside play you can make is throwing this smoke. Boom, boom, boom. Throwing that smoke. And sorry, while you're crossing here, looking up like this, flashing, and then head down, and then you have to head down in real life too. It gives you extra aura points. And posting on this angle. This angle, so broken, so good. You'll catch so many people scaling red as the outside smokes come in. And if you start to get info that they're heavy scaling yard side, and maybe you have a teammate that's spotting to see if anyone's up on silo, you can make a calculated risk and come out here and try to search for kills when they throw these wall smokes like this. It's so good to do this, and I find so much impact playing on this position. And even if you don't want to peek, even if they peek you from this side, that is a favorable fight for you when you're posted on this. That is your fight. Boom. Get a kill. If they try to scale in, combat op, do your thing. And then also, guys, I'm going to show you multiple different ways how to play lower. It doesn't matter how you get down to this lower situation. You're going to find yourself lower as an opera a lot, whether you start from outside, start from ramp. So one of the favorite things I love to do when I am down here is playing these specific angles. The first angle I love playing is if I can get here, no matter from ramp, from outside, this specific angle, because one, when they're coming down these stairs, it's kind of an awkward swing for them, right? Like you see them before they see you, just because they are so close to this plane, and you're far away from that angle. You should be able to get the kill every time. But the beauty of every angle I'm about to show you is it's extremely low risk, because as soon as you shoot, if you miss, you can knife out and get back to another one, right? And from their perspective, it's so hard to kill you there. If they come down from up here, you might see some players drop. That's your fight to win every day of the week, right? It might surprise you a little bit, but they're going to be falling, and you can at least hit that target. Like, I believe in every single one of you to do that. But you'll find so much impact down here. I farm ECL teams doing this. It's so valuable. It's so good. I love every second of opping on these angles. So first one is this angle. You shoot, you fall back, and you go to this angle, right? And with all these, you can play an off angle to not get pre-fired, but the standard is just to play like this, get a kill. You can either fall back this side and go into vents here and hold this angle, go down to double side and hold here, depending on if people are rushing you, how fast they are. And if it's really chaotic and there's like multiple people running at you right away, you can try to get into these vents and play this angle, or play down into single, right? Now, when you're in these vent singles, if you get the first kill, feel the situation out. You get the kill, maybe jiggle a bit. If they're swinging, then get into here and get ready to like kill people scaling that side. If they're just rushing you down, you can always fall back to upper, right? Same thing with vents on this side. One thing I like to do is if I get a kill here, as soon as I get the kill, I'm if they're swinging though, I'm out, right? I'm listening. I'm seeing if shots are being fired, and of course, if you're getting hit by any shots, you know not to re-peek. So I'll get the kill, I'll jiggle, no one's peeking, boom. You know, I get posted right back on the same line, and I might re-aggress into an angle that I was playing before. So now I'm aggressing into this angle. That's the difference between a good and bad opper. A bad opper might be getting shot at after they get that first kill, and then they still re-peek here, right? And you're like, well, Koja, I'm good, I can get that kill. Trust me, play the percentages and, you know, play the game how it's supposed to be, and you'll be surprised with how much better you get at the game. I do want to talk about when you start lower from ramp side. Here's what you need to do, guys. This is such a good start that you can do, and it literally gives you so much impact on the CT side of Nuke. Literally come through here on ramp early and ask your ramp player. Be like, do you want me to molly or smoke ramp for you? And whatever they say, usually they'll say smoke it, so I'm going to smoke ramp for you. Okay, come through here and learn this lineup. Get on this little like bowl or whatever that is, and then aim directly in the center of these crossbar railing right here on the door. It's literally the ones above the door at the very center, and then throw your nade left click. Look at this. It blows open one door, and you might be like, well, why would you throw this? I throw this because, guys, it is so good. So you get to start lower, and you don't open any doors or break any glass. The nade is hard to hear from the T side, so they might not even know you're down. And then you can post in these angles like normal. I love it because if my teammate ever gets rushed ramp and either dies or has to fall, whatever, I then rotate around to here and post on this angle while the T's are scaling into B site. I post on that angle and then play the situation out after I get the first frag. Why is this angle so good? Just look at this, guys. The nade, when you throw it, it blows open the door, but it literally looks like the door is closed. So when T's are coming through here, they're like, oh, double's closed. And I kill literal pro league players. I've killed players that have won majors doing this little gimmick because it's so good. Like, people don't expect it. So they'll run through here and they'll just have their knife out, and it's free frags. And the beauty of it is, once you get that first kill, you can kind of play around here and feel the situation out. You can hold this angle. You can come up here and hold this angle. You can play it, and it's so hard for them to plant the bomb then because they're terrified, right? They're terrified of that. They're gonna have to burn a smoke, but it's just so good. My biggest tip for AWPing lower is when you start through ramp, throw that nade, and then also ask your teammates what they need from you to get in there. Now, as far as AWPing on A side, guys, some rounds it's valuable to start here. I'll show you one of the Monacy picks that he does that is so like crazy but good. One thing you can do early round is if the T's are constantly blowing open door, right? They're coming through here and blowing open door like they should be. You literally start the round by doing this. You jump top silo, you jump on top of hut, and then jump around door here and go for this pick, right? It's so good, guys. It's literally such a dirty pick. And when you do this, you'll catch so many players like not expecting it, and you can get posted on this line if nobody shoots you and get one of your riflers to walk in the door and play this position. If you can get a CT rifler indoor like that while you post and maybe even slip into vents here, I love this angle. Okay, I don't love you down there. I love this angle because if you get a shot and they swing you or something, you can just fall into vents and now you play lower and you go into what we talked about earlier, which is the beautiful thing about it, right? Such a valuable pick to do. Another good pick from the A side is instead of going like that, what you can do and like what I'll do is I'll come through here and just throw myself like a bounce flash that lands like this, and I'll post on back door and try to search for these kills. Just be careful because a lot of oppers will be posted like this, and we'll talk about that on the T side of the series as well, but it's just a little scary. Alternatively, if I have a good spawn, I might come through mini here for a pick, jump around like this and post on door. And then if they blow it open, I might try to search deeper depending on what's going on. But it's so good because like if you have an opportunity to get down vents, like they're throwing the smoke, right? They're throwing the lurk smoke. If you can beat them, you'll see a lot of oppers get down vents, and it's hard to see because smoke doesn't usually land like that. And they'll sit there and just wait for knife kills. They'll just literally look up and try to knife everyone coming down, which is sick. One of the last picks I want to show you on as far as A side goes at the start is gonna look something like this. This is a hut pick. You need to have a teammate throw this molly, but if you're on a team, they can throw a fake molly for you. I literally just throw a sender on top hut, so the T's here, the molly is burning, and they might think it's in hut, and I go for this aggressive pick, right? And we search lobby here, and you'll kill people so many times because they're not ready for this fake play. It's such a valuable play to make, and you can literally catch so many players off. These angles, by the way, are so good for opping, right? If you can get posted here, such a good angle to op. This angle, and then also if you're ever on a late round, this can be a valuable place to play because it allows you to pivot. If they're splitting through mini, like 3 guys are going through mini, 1 person door, 1 person hut, you can get the hut kill, make sure that nobody else is coming through here, and then like kill people as they're scaling out on the site. You know, you get a kill and then you fall back, and you can kind of play in these sneaky little spots that are extremely hard to get you out of. As far as like mid late round goes, opping backside here is valuable. Sometimes I've found myself in like 3v3 situations or something, having a teammate back silo, and I'm opping door from here because if he gets overran from guys running out hut, I'm literally right here to kill the first guy that comes out, boom, easy, and then my teammate can play off me. So Asian is not like, this vent is not like the best place to be as an opper, but it can really have its moments. And a little trick here, guys, is if they swing you door and you miss the shot, just aim off of this like duck, throw a flash, and it's gonna pop right in front of these guys as they're coming out door to try to kill you. It's so good, literally one of the best flashes you can throw from that position. But yeah, guys, I hope that you found this video helpful. There's so much stuff to go into, and there's a lot more I could talk about as far as like what your job and role is as the opper, but I think that for now that's enough for this video. We've already gone on for such a long time, so I hope that you guys, you know, for those of you that stayed to the end, found a lot of value. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you want to see as far as content comes from me. I want to teach you, I want to help you learn, and I want to help you get the best skills you possibly can inside this game, because Counter-Strike 2 is going to get better and better and better, so I want you to get better and better and better. So appreciate all of you. I'll catch you guys in the next video. All of you have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Peace out.